them either way because we're playing on an easier difficulty. That's the
True.
point of difficulties.
Yeah. I'm gonna die again.
And dead.
Literally. On God. For real.
Wow! Oh my fucking god!
What?
If I could get carpal tunnel, it would be fucking tonight.
From just sucking? Like, while you were
Yeah,
playing?
spamming the trackpad puts a lot of strain on my fucking. My right hand only ever really feels this tired after jerking off. Nobody needed to hear that.
みんな頑張れよ
And it's a
Everyone
lie.
needed.
Half of it is.
That's also a lie. Everything's a lie.
Indeed. Even you are a lie, dear viewer, because I am not recording.
Resty is also a lie. The mimics are a lie. God, Resty. So you know how in Terraria, right? You can have world difficulty and then you can also have character difficulty, right?
Hmm.
So one of my friends decided, hey, let's play a medium character difficulty.
Hmm.
Wanna know what that means?
Fucking broken mouse is also a lie. What?
When we die, all of the items drop. All of the items that we have on medium character.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, like, just straight up like Minecraft without keeping inventory. Yeah?
As it should be played.
Yeah, if you play on a standard character, your characters keep all of the items except they drop coins. Money.
Oh, that was a close one.
Yeah, here's the thing. That guy decided we're gonna play medium character, keep inventory falls, and we're gonna play on a master difficulty world.
Nice.
And now everything one-shotting us makes us drop all of our items. It's great.
The true roguelike experience.
Yeah, it's a roguelike. It's a. What the fuck? Why is there parrots? Like parrots in Paris.
The parrots and the bats.
Why can I not pick
Achievement
up? I can't pick up the item. Why?
I can't get over this soundtrack. It sounds like a freaking lullaby you'd hum to some kids or something. And it certainly gets me a little sleepy. At least that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now.
So Rusty, right now, there's a fucking pirate raid happening, and there's a parrot. There's a parrot inside our base, and we're trying to get our items, and we keep dying to that parrot.
The parrot's trying to fucking kill you. That's hilarious.
It deals 200 damage, Rusty, in one hit. We only have 400 HP.
That's nice.
We're trying to get the items that we dropped, and every time we go for it, we get killed by the parrot, Rusty.
Nice.
And holy God, this is painful.
Holy guacamole.
Whack.
I don't know where I got that, but I sure love saying it. Holy
Guacamole?
guacamole.
Because guacamole is a fun word to say. What can I say?
True, that's part of the reason why I say it a lot, I suppose. NGL.
NGL, not gonna lie, on my got, unlike.
SMH. STISTG.
I swear to God, for real, Farina,
BTW.
what
SHIT.
the HIV.
A A AIDS.
What the heck? God, I wish this pirate fucking invasion is finished. When is it over, Resty?
Medieval era ports be like.
I just want this to be over, man. We keep dying over and over again. This is not. I mean, it's kind of okay. I get it's fun. Yeah. You know what fun this is, Resty? This is like the fun you get for just being a masochist. You keep dying over and over and over again.
I believe
And
the
that's
term for it is Schadenfreude. A very
what?
funny German word. Actually, no, Schadenfreude means to enjoying the pain of others.
No, this is the pain of myself and others. It's both masochism and Schadenfreude.
They masochism and sadism all in one. Hell yeah. Yeah, Schadenfreude. It's a fun word. Man, this is so fucking depressing. Right. I'm turning the plug off when the laptop says it's time to turn off. It's time to turn off, and I'm going to bed.
Oh, you want to just go sleep?
Yeah, sure.
The laptop? Yeah. Hopefully, the next time we play Terraria, you'll see it in a new light.
Maybe. Or for now, I'm just hoping my
hold on.
fucking mouse.
Okay, good luck. Good luck trying to fix your USB port or whatever.
Yes.
Goodbye. Have fun.
Yes.
See ya. Tomorrow
Yeah.
we're gonna mimic on Genshin and mimic on Mimic.
Yes.
Bye.
That's depressing when no one is weak to an elemental thing. Means skills are really self-sustaining.
余裕の勝利ね。
I genuinely believe subclasses should have been unlocked after the 5th labyrinth. I actually play close to the wall. This table really likes to shake a lot. I think putting it close to the table should reduce. It could just be that the USB's gotten pretty loose from all the shaking. I don't fucking know.
強くなったぜ。
Then, when you beat the dungeon, the old sages tell you a story. However, this time, they tell you about Zelda finding them and recruiting them as a sage for each respective element. Very similar to the Champion's Ballad in Breath of the Wild. Oh, and, one more small change in this section. I'm making Cass the new Sage of Wind because it's my video, and I get to do what I want. Each time you get a new material,
Fair.
you can go back to Hura, and she will recover part of the records on the Hura path. As soon as she
We all
does
wish
this,
that was
you
true
will unlock
deep
a
down.
way of memory that you can access at any time from the Purapad. There will be 4 memories, and they will go as follows. Number 1, where Tarnish and am I? Number 2, we are literally at war. Number 3, just girl stuff. And number 4, wait, did Sonya just die? Now I'll explain each of these memories in great detail. Memory 1, we will open with Zelda starting a recording on the Purapad.
Harm and documentation.
Camera then switches to third person with that weird bug thing that Link uses for selfies. The memory then opens up to the player to walk around and try to figure out what's going on. You somehow ended up in the canyon connecting the Gerudo Desert and Hyrule. You still have the Master Sword, so you can swing that baby around. Obviously, not as well as Link, but you're not completely helpless. There's a wooden structure up ahead, and naturally the player will start to walk toward it. But as you do, you hear someone yelling at you from behind the barricade. Are you insane? What are you doing? And you see him in twisted armor waving his hands frantically. Get behind her! Quickly! As he yells, you can see the ground start to tremble. And from around the bend, you see dozens of Gerudo women on horseback. At this point, it's definitely time to remove the barricade. You have time to make it to the barricade before the horses get to you, but the arrows they're shooting at you are quite as forgiving. You can still hear the same man screaming at you to get covered. She's not going to make it! Robert, she needs help! Now, the gameplay changes into a cutscene with the arrows hurtling straight for Zelda. But, just as they're about to land, Robert creates a magical barrier, and the arrows all fly and fall hopelessly. Robert grabs Zelda and starts pulling her to the barricade. The Gerudo women begin closing the gap, bringing their spears to a threatening position. Behind the front lines, archers ready another volley of arrows. Raru lets go of Zelda and faces down the pathway. He fumbles for a second in his pocket before pulling out a tear-shaped stone. He then grabs the shape and beams it into an ornament in the army. As he fumbles in his hand to stay, the volley of arrows streak through. Raru's eyes grow wide. In desperation, he throws his hands out, forming a bear's rainbow, with which the volley of arrows combines. In a panic, the Gerudo women try to pull their horses to stop. One magnificent display of power, Raru unleashes a burst of energy directly at the tower. The power carves a deep gash in the camp. He discloses the air. Eerie silence falls over the battle. Then, for a moment, anguished cries fill the air. Zelda looks on in horror, and then back to Raru.
How did...
Zelda trails off when she notices that Raru is staring at the top of the canyon. There, overlooking the carnage, is a silhouette. The camera zooms to reveal Ganondorf standing high above his troops. He looks down on the destruction, slowly shakes his head, and walks away. Zelda stares up where the figure stood, and stares back at Raru in confusion. Raru looks pointedly at Zelda. Then his expression changes from vindictive anger to absolute befuddlement, before falling into a politely curious expression. He surveys Zelda briefly. His eyes rest on the Master Sword. He speaks. Come with me. Cutscene then transitions back into gameplay. Now you get to follow Raru all the way back to the Great Plateau. Along the way, Raru begins to interrogate Zelda. He then asks how she managed to get that sword. She explains about her encounter with a mummified warlock who attacked her and Link. When Raru hears the name Link, he seems surprised before he asks what her name is. She tells him that she is Zelda, daughter of King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule, and Princess of Hyrule.
That's very interesting. Because, as far as I'm
This provokes a conversation where Raru explains that the king was killed, and since he married Princess Sonya, he became the king by default. During this conversation, there will be small puzzles for you to solve along the journey. It would be best if these puzzles highlighted the differences between Link and Zelda. For example, we could see some of the fledgling designs of robots built by the Sheikah that Zelda can help fix. Anything to show Zelda's prowess as an engineer and field scientist. Once you make your way to the Great Plateau, you will be approached by Sonya. The gameplay transitions back into a cutscene. Sonya is obviously counting the people returning various weapons. She runs up to Raru and circles.
Where are the others?
Panic is evident in her face.
They are all unarmed. We left a few behind to hold the blockade. I wouldn't worry too much. After the show I put on for Ganondorf, I don't think they'll try another charge in that position.
Sonya looks flustered and a little shaken.
Did you use the stone?
Raru glances back at Zelda, then responds.
I didn't have too much say in that.
Sonya looks at it eagerly.
What did it feel like? Are you injured?
Raru seems uncomfortable with the questions, but responds solemnly.
It was exhilarating. I felt like a god.
Sonia seems concerned.
Are we sure we should be using such power as a weapon?
Raru thinks for a moment, stroking his chin, then shakes his head.
My people created those stones to be used. It's a miracle we were able to find them at all. It would be a waste not to use that power to defend them.
Raru then looks back at Zelda before he speaks.
I believe we have something that you may find even more interesting than these stones.
Raru then gestures to Zelda.
This young lady claims to be Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. But I don't see how such a thing can be possible.
Sonia stares back at Raru, then down to Zelda, and finally at the Master Sword. She puts her hand to her mouth and whispers.
Zelda?
Gently, she puts her hand forward, and as she does so, the stone on her necklace begins to glow. She pulls her hand back reflexively, then looks at Zelda, almost frightened.
You shouldn't be here? This shouldn't even be possible. Unless...
She looks into Zelda's eyes, then she looks at the stone on Raru's hand.
How could you... Let me see the stone.
Zelda stares back blankly.
What?
Zelda continues to stare in baffled confusion, then understanding envelops her features. She then reaches into her pocket and pulls out the stone she picked up from her encounter with Ganondorf. Raru and Sonia exchange looks. Then Sonia speaks.
Well, it would definitely be interesting to learn how two of those stones can exist at the same time.
And Memory 1. This version of the memory serves the purpose of 3 different memories. You have the 2 memories in Tears of the Kingdom that just serve as setup and the memory where Ganondorf attacks the Highlands. Since we are making playable memories, we have a little more room to world build by interacting with NPCs and environment. This lets us cover a bit more ground for memory by essentially making them a lot longer than the 3-minute memories we got in Tears of the Kingdom. Additionally, you'll be able to start or exit memories whenever you choose through the menu. Now on to Memory 2. We open with control over Zelda, and this time we are on the Great Plateau. This portion of the memory will just allow the player to explore the Great Plateau in its former glory. There can be little puzzles that you can solve to help the people around the area, but all of these are completely optional. You can also meet Mineru here. She will thank you for your help on some of her construct designs and show the early versions of a project she is working on. She will also tell you about the Zonai stones and how they managed to find 3 by exploring the labyrinths created by their ancestors. She explains that only Raru, Sonia, and herself carried them. If you talk to any of the NPCs, they will refer to you as Princess Zelda and tell you that Raru is waiting for you at the palace. When you arrive in the palace, you will find Sonia with the toddler. She is a Highland girl holding hair. If you approach and talk to them, Sonia will beckon her to come say hi to her aunt Zelda. Oddly enough, the toddler's name is also Zelda. You will also find Raru. He will tell you that he received a message from Ganondorf about a sword. He says that as the princess of Hyrule, she should come with him. Once you agree to go with them, the game will transition to a cutscene. This cutscene takes place on the island in the center of the river in front of the Gerudo Palace. Zelda, Sonia, and Raru stand in front of a large battalion of soldiers. The Hyrule royal family crest waves on the banners their forces wield. Across the bridge, Ganondorf marches towards them, flanked by 2 Gerudo women. Sonia steps up to Raru.
Are you sure we should be doing this?
Raru bends down slightly to speak to Sonia.
We have no reason to be scared.
Sonia shoots back.
The magic those witches taught him is not something to be taken lightly.
Raru chuckles.
余裕の勝利ね
Well, if he tries anything, that will rain hell down on him and his people.
Sonia does not reply. She is visibly uncomfortable. Raru steps forward and raises his voice to be heard over the field.
あら
Ganondorf! We are here to negotiate the terms of your surrender. You may proceed unarmed. Anything else will be treated as an attack.
Ganondorf pulls out his katana, raises it into the air, then throws it on the ground. His guard does the same. A mischievous smirk flashes across his face. Cautiously, both groups move to the center of the island. Nervous looks are exchanged between Zelda and Sonia as the groups converge. Ganondorf and Raru make a grandstand, sizing each other up. Ganondorf then spares a glance for Zelda and eyes the Master Sword that she carries with her. Then he begins to speak.
As the rightful king of the Gerudo, I represent my country. Speak your words.
Raru waits a minute before raising his chin and speaking.
You will relinquish control over all free Gerudo settlements you seized with your armies. Your country will pay for the damages caused by this war. And you, Ganondorf, will stand trial for the war crimes you and your army have committed against my kingdom. In return, I will spare your nation. Once you have agreed, we will place you under arrest and take you to our prison, where you will await your trial.
Ganondorf lets out a cruel laugh.
Will you stand trial for your crimes against my people? What will spot avenged upon all of your ancient wrath?
He pauses, steps forward, towering over Raru.
Your dreams seed the destruction.
Raru looks up into Ganondorf's face.
What would you propose? From what you have displayed, the destruction of your people is no concern of yours. The only desire you have is the downfall of all people, including your own. If I had not entered this war on behalf of Hyrule, you would have seen to the annihilation of my entire kingdom. I was made king to preserve this country, and I will settle for nothing less.
Ganondorf steps back.
I will siege you. Or to my only strength. Destruction. You. All over my.
What birthright? Do you expect me to honor a tradition that has not been observed for millennia? Your right to die the same day as the first Ganondorf.
Ganondorf growls.
Lord, it's my honor.
下がってください。いや、
Weak!
とどめよ。
You want the stuff?
Rage flashes in Ganondorf's eyes and he lowers his fighting stance. Energy starts to crackle into the two kings. Dark, crimson sparks flash from Ganondorf's hands.
Stand down. Or I'll show you real power.
へへ、楽勝。
Stop it! But both of you. Are you so prideful that you will kill each other and guarantee the destruction of both our kingdoms?
Ganondorf looks at Sonia, glances down at her neck, noticing the stone hanging from it. He clenches his fist, smirks, then stands up straight again. Raru continues to scowl at Ganondorf and remains in his fighting stance. Sonia grabs his hand with the glowing stone and pulls it down. Raru looks down at Sonia, sees that she's gesturing to the troops behind them. The camera pans over the battalion, showing the fear in the soldiers' faces. Some are old men, while others are little more than children. Sonia gently pulls Raru's face around to look at her.
My love, let this war end.
And memory too. This memory takes the place of the throne room memory from the original game. I think having it be a negotiation allows for a greater range of exploration than an outright surrender from Ganondorf. It also allows for the theme of what does it mean to rule to be expanded upon. The whole idea of Raru just letting Ganondorf get in as close as he did in the original game
おお、
didn't
何
make
を売
very
るの
much
じゃ。
sense to me. Like, Raru knows he can't trust Ganondorf. And he should
新製品がラインナップされたの
But
じゃ。
instead, he just lets him infiltrate his
銭を
kingdom
貯めたら
for no
また来
reason
るのだ
other
ぞ。
than for the
お、
plot to
ま
happen.
た来た
This
な。
scene also allows for a lot more character development for Sonia. She can be the foil to Raru's brash nature, instead of just being the nice mother figure for Zelda. And
夕方
now,
まででいい
memory
の？
three. This memory will start with a very short cutscene. Sonia is walking with Zelda late at night on the Great
お
Plateau.
い。
If you're ever going to make it back to your time, it is imperative that you understand